Hey everybody, Jam Creates here. Got another video for you, driving in my car. I wanted to talk about something today that I've always wondered. I haven't, I'm not going to lie and say a lot of people have asked me this, because no one has. But I'm just curious if anyone's even thinking it, so I figured I might as well just address it. If anyone's wondering, with my channel, I've said before, I'm going to be me, and that's just what it's going to be. So hopefully you guys like it, and things will keep growing. Speaking of, if you've not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you are subscribed, you are awesome. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That really does help. So anyway, why do I review what I review? That's basically what I wanted to just talk about real quick today. This is going to be a short one, I believe. If you watch my channel for any length of time, you generally see that all my reviews tend to be positive. Now, there's a reason for that. It is not because I am a shill for anyone or anything like that. And it's also not because, I just like everything. I read comics sometimes and think like, ooh, I don't like this. And generally what I try and do, I feel like there are so many YouTube channels out there that like to do roast videos of comics. They find comic book creators that they don't like, that do poor work, and that tend to get jobs even though they do poor work, and they'll just focus a lot of their time and energy on making videos, reviewing, and then roasting those people's comics. And that's fine. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with roast videos. Like, roast videos are funny. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good roast here and there too. They can be entertaining, they can be funny. It can be, it's almost a gallows humor as a big fan of comic books when you see absolutely just awful stuff being put out, and you realize, oh, holy cow, this is actually in a real comic book. It's sad and at the same time almost funny. And like, again, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, but I feel like I will leave that to others to do. What I want to do is not give even more press and spotlight to crappy creators who treat fans like garbage, creators who treat comics like garbage, whose only goal is to be in comics so they can get out of comics and get into TV or something else. I don't want to give those people more oxygen to grow, because they're the fire that's burning down this industry, and I'd rather smother that out. And I'd rather give more exposure to the good stuff. So what I try to do, rather than, rip on bad quality stuff, if I read something that's bad, I'm probably not going to review it, even though, yeah, it could be fun to make fun of stuff and whatever, but I'd rather just not even give it the light of day. Why even give it press? Why give it more attention? I would rather that people watch who are watching my channel. I kind of feel like people who are watching my channel are, they want to be exposed to stuff that maybe they didn't know about. They want to get a look at a book. Maybe I'm showing and reviewing a book that they've heard of, or that they've only kind of half heard of, and they want to know more about it, but they're not going to just run out and buy it, so they'll watch my video review where I try to stay spoiler free, of course, and maybe that'll convince them to go out and buy a good comic. And that's kind of like my thing. I want to just expose good stuff. So if you're ever wondering why so many of my reviews are positive reviews, it's because I don't review the garbage. I just don't do it. I just ignore it. I pretend like it doesn't exist. So you could take that to mean one of two things. You could take that to mean, well, if Jam Creates didn't review it, it must be garbage. But that's not necessarily true. I can't review everything that's out there. And, and if there's something you want me to read and review and give you an opinion on, let me know. Tell me in the comments, hit me up on Twitter and let me know if there's something you think I might enjoy or something you think I want to read. I feel like it's silly to be spending hard-earned money, my hard-earned money, on books that I know are terrible. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm not a cheapskate, but at the same time, like, I don't enjoy wasting money. So, I just feel like I'm not going to just go out and buy a bunch of garbage to review just so I can make fun of it in my videos. So I only review stuff that I do enjoy, because I want other people to enjoy comics. Here's the thing, like, if I do a roast video of a terrible comic, are you more or less likely to go out to the local store and buy that comic and read it? I would think you'd be less likely to do it. You're just there to enjoy the roast and have some fun, and that's it. You're not going to go out and buy that comic because it's terrible. You're looking at it going, this is awful. I'm not buying this. It does make for a good video, yes. But, I really kind of, I take it upon myself, and I don't know if maybe I just take too much of a responsibility, and maybe I shouldn't take it so seriously, but I do take a pretty serious responsibility, as that part of my job in doing this channel is to show you guys good comics so that you'll go out and you'll buy good comics and support good comic books. This was the whole idea behind things like Move the Needle and stuff like that. It was all to help promote comics. It's that hashtag, promote comics. Like, all of these hashtags and all these things, the ultimate goal of these things is to get more people buying good comics so that they enjoy them and they will continue to buy comics, thus keeping comic book companies, comic book stores, and artists and writers in business. And I feel like that's part of my thing. I want the industry to succeed, not necessarily Marvel and DC. Like, honestly, at this point, I've written them off, and I'm happier being in the indie space, reading new creators creating new characters and new stories and new worlds, rather than the ones that have been around for a million years that, have kind of gotten, played out at this point, and rebooted a billion times and all that. Like, so I'm enjoying being in the indie space, looking at web comics, reading manga, looking at small press books, self-published books, crowd-funded books, all that stuff. Like, that's where I'm finding all the energy and all the fun, and I want to share that energy and fun with you. And the hardest thing about the indie and crowd-funded and all that, the self-published and all that space, is that it can be very difficult to find things. There are things that exist that every day I feel like I'm finding a new book or a new campaign or whatever it might be, and it's one I've never heard of, and suddenly, like, it kills me when sometimes I'll see a crowdfund for a book, and I'm just discovering it. I just see the artwork, and I'm just finding it, and then I go to the campaign and realize, like, I already missed the entire campaign. It's in demand now, which is fine. You can still get the book, but, like, where was this book throughout its entire campaign? Which is why I've started having guests on my channel on the weekends when I do my live streams, and I have, I've had everyone from the publisher of Alterna Comics to creators, writers, artists, everything. And I will continue to do that. Just this past weekend, Friday night, I had Sean Davis and his son Parker doing Pillowman and Blanket Boy. Saturday night, I had Gilbert Deltres, the writer of, he did Lair and he did Pistolera, and he's also now crowdfunding Galactic Rodents of Mayhem, which looks freaking awesome. I am going to keep promoting that book for sure. And that's also why I've launched Indie Comics Underground. I want people to subscribe to that because it's just another way, whether you watch my videos, maybe you do watch my videos, maybe you don't, it's just another way to spread the word about these really cool looking projects and these cool comic books that are out there that are either being published by a small publishing house, or that, like Alterna, like the books from Alterna, or something that's self-published, like a Wolverton, Thief of Impossible Objects, or something crowdfunded like Galactic Rodents of Mayhem or Pillowman and Blanket Boy or Oddity. Like, these are all, I've had these people on my channel. I'm planning on having more people on. I hope you guys are enjoying the live streams. They seem to be doing well in terms of views and stuff, so that's awesome. But that's why I'm also launching Indie Comics Underground, the free online zine. And that's why it is free, and that's why the only thing I've asked is for people to sign up for the subscription, and they'll get it first. And the only reason I'm even doing that is because I just want to know that people are actually reading it. I don't want to just, plop it out on the internet and, I don't know, maybe people look at it, maybe they don't. It just helps me know, gauge interest and who's interested in this stuff. And I've had a fairly good response so far to people signing up for the mailing list for Indie Comics Underground, and you're going to get ICU on Friday. If you sign up now, you're going to get the first issue of ICU with the exclusive Simon Bennett cover, the exclusive Simon Bennett pinup, an interview with Gilbert Deltrez all about Galactic Rodents of Mayhem, a feature about Oddity, a feature about Brand, and then some other stuff in there as well. If you sign up now, you're going to get it on Friday. This Friday. Today is Monday. It's Labor Day. You're going to get it on Friday. Anybody else who doesn't sign up, I'm still going to put it out there for the world to see, because, again, my ultimate goal here is to just be a promoter of comics. I love comic books. I do. I love comic books. It's a pure intent. I love comics, and I just want more people to read good comics. Now, that means I'm going to promote the stuff I think looks good. It is subjective. You might have a book that you think looks great, and I might look at it and go, yeah, it's not really for me. So, it is somewhat subjective, but that's also why I'm asking creators, if you're working on a book, please reach out to me. Reach out to me in the comments, reach out to me on Twitter, whatever it might be. And I'm going to be there to help you promote. I'm going to have you on my show. I'm going to have you in an issue of Indie Comics Underground. I'm going to, I want to help you sell comics. That's really the bottom line. And I know it's not even a money-based thing. Yeah, you'll make money because you'll sell more comics, of course. But I just want good comics to get made. And listen, this is the world we live in. It takes money to make good product and get it out there. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people get their projects made, get them funded, and if they were already published, get them just out in front of an audience so that more and more people can see it. That's my goal, is to just spread the good word of comics to the world. I want comics to be fun, exciting, and profitable for everyone involved. I want it to be like it used to be, where it was fun and everybody liked it. And, if you were into comics, you were really into comics and you were reading them and you really enjoyed them. And that's what I want. I want that back. So that's really my goal. So if you're curious as to why it seems like all my reviews are positive, that doesn't mean I don't say. I say my mind. If I like something, but there's something about it that I think's a little off or could be better, I'm going to bring that up, of course. And I do that, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not out to just roast bad comics, though. Why should I give horrible creators who hate me more exposure? That just seems silly to me. Let others do that. They're doing a good job at it, and they're making money at it, and they're being, it's boosting their channels. They're making lots of views. That's awesome. That's fine. That's their niche. That's what they're doing. I'm here doing something else, and that doesn't mean we can't coexist. It doesn't mean I don't like them, because I certainly do. But that's where we're at. That's where my head is at, just so you have an idea of what's going on. So anyway, if you like that, if you like this idea, if you like this channel, if you love comics and you want to see comics succeed, you want to talk to somebody and listen to someone talk about comics who loves comic books, then absolutely subscribe to the channel, like this video, sign up for Indie Comics Underground. The link will be in the description. It's been in the description of the last bunch of my videos, so definitely sign up for that. You're going to get the first issue on Friday. I'm super excited about that. I can't wait to hit send on that and send it out to the people on the mailing list. I'm super, super excited. And the great thing is, because it's an online deal, I'm still adding things right now, actually. So anyway, and just a little bonus, just so you have an idea, be some of my art in there too. I know that's not like a giant selling point or anything, because I'm a nobody when it comes to my artwork, but there'll be some of my art in there too. So if you're curious as to what I do, that'll be there too. So anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon, and peace out.